archaeologist Robert Crater and his wife Nancy. Routine, but for the fact that Nancy Crater.
I was puckered from mouth to butt.
You have said enough.
I'm sorry, but anybody who trusts Jake, bad news for you.
I love your mom.
Aren't I the best at this?
Whoa. Bit dizzy.
That's just science.
Rollin Shorties.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rollin Shorties.
Let's go.
Let's go. Today, I'm joined by Tim. Tim's joining us today, which is super exciting.
I'm excited. I'm very excited.
I was telling Tim earlier, I just got back from the water park with my kids. So if I die halfway through this stream or just pass out, that's why.
It's understandable.
Let's see who's here. Oh, Jay.
I saw it already, but like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. What's going on, Mark?
Who's Abbott and who's Costello, though?
Want to know something? I always get them confused.
Really? Okay. Well, Abbott's the fat one and Costello's the thin one. So it doesn't work for either of us.
So we're what? Costello and Costello?
Costello and Costello, yeah.
Hey, knock it off. We're normal people. Hey, what's going on, Jeff?
What's up, Jeff?
Oh, Jeff's not going to be here.
Mm-mm-mm.
You're not late, you madman. We just started. Hey, what's going on, Connor? Connor's here from Movie Snapper. Sup, nerds? Tim, how was your day today? What'd you do today? Tell us every little detail while we wait for people to roll in.
I got up and ate a bowl of cereal. No, actually, I didn't eat a bowl of cereal. What did I have for breakfast? I can't even remember. I don't know. I had breakfast, went to work, sat around all day because it was a slow day, read the first 6 chapters of this stupid thing. I don't know, because someone told me we're reading it for other live stream.
Stupid thing. We're discussing that thing on Saturday.
Oh, that's right. For the Elusive Exclusive Book Society. And when do we have that scheduled for? Oh no. You've got to be kidding me. He warned me this would happen. Oh my gosh, guys. I think Jake's power just went out. Oh no. Oh no, someone help me. Come back, Jacob. Oh man. Okay, I guess I'm doing this all on my own. And that comment's just going to be stuck on the screen for the rest of the live stream. Hi, Andrea. I can't highlight your reply because I'm not running the stream, and now Jake has been blipped. Oh no! Oh no! It's just me. I was afraid of this. Okay. Well, it's okay. It's okay. I've got this. You're right. Okay. You're right, Jay. I do have dice. I can do it. Brian, you might be onto something. He might have just thrown me to the wolves here on purpose. But I'll roll if I have to. But we tonight for Rollin' Shorties, we are going to be reading a short story out of Lynn Carter Presents the Year's Best Fantasy Stories, number 3 from Daw Books. This is number 267 from Daw Books SF. Cost $1.50 back in 1977. And look at that beautiful, unbroken yellow spine. Oh, it's gorgeous. I love it. Is this riveting content? Are you guys excited? Are you guys excited for me to do this entire stream by myself now that Jake has abandoned me? Okay. Like I said, I can't highlight any of your comments, but I'm going to reply to them as many as I can. Keith says, show us your new books. No, I'm doing a book haul soon. You're going to have to wait for the new books. Andre, what do you mean, do I remember the intro? Which intro? And Rob says, tell us a story. Okay. Let's see. Well, you know what? We're going to be here talking about an actual short story from the collection anyway, so I don't really have to tell you a story. We'll get to the story in a moment. Let me stall for a little bit longer so that Jake can come back and save me. I'm going to text him real quick to see if he's alive. Oh my goodness. This is the worst possible thing that could happen. Oh no. Oh no, I think his internet went out. He texted the group chat a picture of a This is what Jake is seeing right now. Oh, can my phone here? This is what Jake is seeing right now on his end. So that's good. Oh no. Yes, Andrea, I do know that Eves is scheduled for Friday. I will have this stupid book finished by then, I promise. Keith, I don't know what a film stick or Wuslums even means. I think you're speaking Canadian nonsense that I'm not familiar with. Oh gosh, Jay said that he's read Space Olympics and it's rough. Yeah, I'm like a third of the way through it and it's pretty brutal. Keith says to tell us about Lynn Carter. Lynn Carter was a science fiction author and editor who got his start in the early 60s, I believe. He was really good friends with L. Sprague de Camp, who was also a writer and editor. Neither of them are known for being very high-quality writers. They're known for being good editors, but their writing is not particularly noteworthy. Lynn Carter, in particular, used to just rip off everybody else's stories. He would rip off Conan. He'd rip off Tarzan. He'd rip off John Carter and Mars. If it was like a popular fantasy or science fiction story from the pulp era, he would rip it off and write an entire series based on it. But he was a really good editor. I've read some of his anthologies and collections that he's edited, and he does a good job from what I've read so far. So I'm assuming he did a pretty good job for these Daw Year's Best Fantasy Stories. Brian is saying, forget Jake, roll that die. I might have to. It seems like the technical problems are going to be holding us back here. Let's see if Jake sent me anything new. Nope, he has lost internet access. Oh no, he says he has internet access, but the StreamYards is wigging out though, so it's StreamYard's fault. Okay, well. Oh man, I can't highlight it, but Jake just super chatted $2 to his own channel just to say, ugh. Okay. All right, yeah, I might have to do this on my own. I'm hoping that Jake pops back in at some point so that we can so that we can get poor YWKLS's comment off the screen, and hopefully we can get a book cam so you guys can follow along with the story. But if not, that's fine. I can just do this whole thing. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go get my dice so I can roll on the table of contents and read a story. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back with the dice. All right. All right. So here is my sparkly 20-sided die that we're going to be using. And for context, this is what we have to choose from here. The stories on the table of table of contents. Obviously, we're not going to count the introduction, but we will be counting the first story, which is Uterix Unicorn. That's an L. Sprague de Camp story. Not excited about the possibility of landing on that one. Shadow of a Demon by Gardner F. Fox. I like Gardner Fox. He's a little pulpy, but it's a good kind of pulpy. Ring of Black Stone by Pat McIntosh. I can't say I'm familiar with Pat McIntosh. The Lonely Songs of Laren Dor by George R. R. Martin. Now, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Martin. I love his writing style. I think he's a really great writer, but I also hate the fact that he refuses to finish Song of Ice and Fire, and then I've wasted so much time on that series. Then we have Two Suns Setting by Carl Edward Wagner. That could be interesting. As well as The Stairs in the Crypt by Clark Ashton Smith. Got some heavy hitters in this anthology. The Goblin Blade by Raul Garcia Capella. I don't know that author either. The Dark King by C.J. Cherry. I like C.J. Cherry, so that could be good. Black Moonlight by Lynn Carter. He's got to have his own story in this collection, obviously. The Snout in the Alcove by Gary Myers, another author I don't know. And then the last possible one is The Pool in the Moon. The Pool of the Moon by Charles R. Saunders. Is he back? Jake, can you hear? Oh my gosh. It's a miracle.
I don't know
Praise the Lord.
what happened. I don't know what happened. It gave me the boot, and everything was just,
Whoa.
Hey, we're having a lot of storms here in Texas right now.
Whew.
Actually, today was the first day that didn't storm. Well, hey, thanks for holding down the fort, Tim.
No problem.
I kind of figured everybody would be gone.
I stalled for as long as possible, and we got through the table of contents. That's it.
Nice. My other camera, it takes forever to set up. I'm not setting up the other camera. Sorry.
Okay. So you'll just have to trust that we're reading what we're reading.
Trust us. We're professionals. Oh, geez. I don't know what happened. I was here to watch hosted fights. All right. Sorry, everybody. I think Tim does get guest of the year just for those 10 minutes there of
Oh my goodness.
What a disaster.
The funny thing is, right before we jumped on the stream, Jake was like, yeah, so I'm still having a lot of storms here, so hopefully my internet doesn't go out. And I'm like, I think I could do it.
It went out Friday, it went out Saturday, it went out Sunday just because of the storms. And this is the first nice day we've had. So I was like, oh, it'll be good. Nice. But yeah, it's been crazy because it's been going in and out. Yeah, sure enough. It's I am the guest today. Today I am the guest.
Look at me. I am Pope Mortem now.
Hey Samuel, you missed the worst opening ever. All right. Let's do it.
Okay.
Thank you everybody for being patient.
Do you want to go over the contents again, or do we just count them up and roll them?
If you already did it, let's just get moving.
Yeah.
Okay. People are anxious. Well, you went up and got some die I saw. Do you want to roll your fancy die?
Sure. Actually, you know what? There are 11 stories. I'm going to get a D12 for this. Give me 1 second.
You got a D12? I don't have a D12. Hey, shut up! You're awful. Oh, what a disaster.
Okay. I'm a sparkly D12.
Ooh.
All right. Let's see. Please no one. Please no one. Please no one. Please, no one.
My mic. Hold on one second. My mic's a bit quiet. Okay, I'll work on that.
Also, you guys are just gonna have to trust. You do this all the time when you watch Rollin' Shorties. You're gonna have to trust that I rolled the number that I said I did.
Yep.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are reading The Dark King by C.J. Cherry.
C.J. Cherry.
C.J. Cherry, author of the Morgaine Cycle and the what's her big science fiction series? Union something. Alliance Union Alliance. I don't remember. Someone in the comments will tell me, I'm sure.
Where is hold on, I got automatically just how's my mic sound now? Is it really loud now?
No, it's good.
Okay. Is that better, Chris?
Sounds good to me.
CJ Cherry.
CJ
Shall we?
Cherry.
I
like
perfect
CJ
volume. Okay, good. That's so weird. Like the volume's jacked up. I don't know. I'm blaming StreamYards for all of this because everything else was working fine. What page is that, Tim?
I'm sorry?
What page is that?
164.
Oh my gosh.
This is a pretty short one, by the way.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's only 11 pages.
10 out of 10. Sorry, normally you guys could read along with us, but not today.
Are we reading the introduction by Lynn Carter or no?
It's short.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm grabbing a Fresca. What an old man. Who drinks Fresca?
Well,
Well, we're
also,
not
how dare you, Jay? How dare you? These dice are absolutely not loaded at all.
You have to read with our ears. Some people says it doesn't count, but those people are just
discuss.
Yeah, listening's not reading. Okay,
you've got to be able to smell the book.
Ow, my hip. All right, let's get into this, shall we?
Okay. Do you want me to read the introduction?
You've done enough.
Okay.
You sit back for a second. I know your affinity towards Lynn Carter is.
I've only read one of his books, to be fair. It was okay.
Here we roll. In the last several years, a half a dozen or so new fantasy writers have made their debut with impressive first novels. Tanith Lee, Richard Adams, Patricia A. McKillop, John Crowley, Sanders on Labyrinthal, and most of them are all women.
Oh, it's this one. Oh my gosh. This is an infamous introduction.
Really?
This has been quoted on the back of books.
Oh, okay. To those lists, we must now add Miss Cherry, whose Gates of Ivral at least ties this year's honor list for best new novel. Hers is an impressive first novel. She is a young and very attracted woman. I know these facts because I read her book at a sitting and met her over the Labor Day weekend at Kansas City. What a maniac. Not only is this the next story a fine job, but it appears here in print for the first time. And if that isn't enough, it also happens to be the first and only short story she has ever written. Some people just naturally start at the top. ...
Gosh. Oh, man. That totally wasn't condescending at all whatsoever.
You tell us more, Lynn. What happened to this weekend in Kansas City?
Exactly. Possibly. We don't know.
All right. Let's do this. Let's go. Here we go. I'll start.
Okay.
Death walked the marketplace of Corinth. He paused at the bazaars, looked with pleased eyes on the teeming throngs of men, laughed gently at the antics of children. He had the shape, at the time, of a dusty man in brown rags, staff in hand. He was indeed a traveler. He had been that morning in Syria to attend a famous general, to India to visit a sage, in Egypt to attend an assassination. He had 1,000 servants besides, did Death, going and coming from his orders, although they were all fragments of himself. He was, at the moment, in the marketplace, and in a hut in Germany, and in an alleyway in Rome, all himself, all seeing with his eyes, all minute reflections of his own being. So we're talking about Death.
Mm-hmm. She does this, by the way. She like personifies abstract concepts, but she does it well. All right. He laughed gently at a child who looked up into his face and smiled, and the laughter faded as a mother snatched him away, shuddering as she scolded him about strangers. He turned his face from the lame young beggar at the steps, who looked at him. He gave him only a coin, and the beggar took it and gazed after him anxiously. The palace lay ahead up the steps. The guards there came to attention, but seeing only a poor traveler, rested their spears and let him pass. It was the custom in the land that all strangers were welcome in the palace, to sit at the end of the table and receive charity, for travelers were few and news scant, and Death would sit at the king's table this night, drawn by the sense that led him toward his appointed tasks.
He was no stranger here. He knew his way. Found familiar in gaily painted halls that led to the king's own hall, where a wedding feast was in progress. He had visited here only a year ago to lead away the old king. His servants had made many a call here, attending this and that, and through their eyes he was well familiar with every corridor of the place, as with most places across the wide face of the earth. But the servants saw him only with dull human sight, and shrugged in disdain at his rags, and saw him in the lowest seat, hardly interrupting the gaiety. There was a helping of food for him, and drink. He took them, savoring the things of earth, and listened to the minstrel songs, pleased by such, but none spoke to him, and he spoke to no one, save the gaze up to the high table where sat the young king. He had not known until then, until the king met his eyes with the pale and sighted look the dead have, what had drawn him here. Death looked again to the king's left, where the young queen sat, his bride, and around the room where sat courtiers unseeing. Only when he met the king's eyes did he know that he was known, and that not wholly. The king was young. He did not have the familiarity of the old towards him. Boy, CJ Cherry loves commas.
She does. She loves run-on sentences, I will say. And sometimes they work, but sometimes it's very obvious. Yeah.
Yeah. That one should have been 3 sentences.
Yeah. The meal was done, the wine was brought, and the king drank first of the king's cup wrought in gold, and passed to the queen. Servants passed around the wine bowls and filled cups to the brim for a merry drinking to follow, for it was a holiday. And the king's eyes turned constantly and fearfully upon Death, whose traveler's clothes perhaps seemed less brown than black, whose face less tanned than shadowy. The dying have a sense, the living do not. Traveler, said the king at last, in a voice strong and firm, it is the custom that our guests be fed, and then give us their name and the news of their travels, if it be their pleasure. We do not insist, but this is the custom.
Death rose, and time stopped, and all in the hall were still. Wine hung half poured, lips in mid-word. A fly that had come in the open window stopped as a point in the air, and the very fire of a monument of flame. Lord Sisyphus. 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 I'm going with Sisyphus. I am Death, he said softly, casting off his disguise and appearing as he is, Sleep's dark twin, a handsome and gentle god. Come, he said, come. The soul shuddered within Sisyphus's mortal body, clung fast to the tenacious strength of youth. Sisyphus looked around him about the hall, at the gold and the wealth, and he touched the hand of his beautiful young queen, who in no wise could feel his touch, nor sense anything that passed. Her motion was stopped in rising, her eyes blue as summer skies, shining open, her hair like wheat fields in August. Beautiful, beautiful Merope. Boy, that was one sentence.
Yeah, she used a freaking colon where she could have just put a period. I'm going to pronounce it the same way. Sisyphus's hand trembled. He turned a fearful face to Death. She cannot see you, Death said. Come away now. It is not fair, Sisyphus protested. You are fortunate, said Death, to have possessed all these good things and never to have seen them fade. Come away now and let go. I love her, Sisyphus wept. She will come in her own time, said Death. Sisyphus ran his hand over the lovely cheek of Merope, whose eyes did not blink, whose hair did not stir. He planted a kiss on her cheek and looked again at Death. One word, he pleaded. Lord, one word with her.
Death's heart melted, for like his brother, he is a kindly god. A moment, then, he said. The room began to move again. The fly buzzed, the flames leapt, the hum of conversation resumed, and Merope touched her husband's hand and blinked, wondering, as her husband leaned close and whispered in her ear. Her summer sky eyes widened, filled with tears. She shook her head and whispered more. He whispered more. Death averted his face as a woman wept with her husband, and a hush fell upon the gathering. But a moment more, and he lifted his staff, and the room stopped once more. It is time, he said. My lord, said the king, surrendering.
And this time the soul stepped cleanly from the body and looked about, a little bewildered yet. Death took him by the hand, and with his staff parted the curtain that lies twixt world and world. Oh, said Sisyphus, shuddering at the dark. But Death put his arm about the young king and walked with him, comforting him for a time. And then Death withdrew to his own privacy, for he had long distracted himself, and his other eyes and hands were paralyzed, wanting their direction. He sat on his throne in the netherworld and gazed on the gray meanderings of Styx and the balefire of Phlegethon, the balefire of Phlegethon. And in the meantime, his other selves were standing at a shipwreck in the Mediterranean and a dying kitten in Alexandria. He, brother of sleep, he, brother of sleep, does not sleep, but is everywhere.
Paragraph break.
Mm.
But after the world had returned for the third time and Death once more rested. But wait, he doesn't sleep. Why is he rested?
Wow.
Maybe we'll find out. Or maybe that's a plot hole. Come on, Cherry! I'm sure it's fine. And Death, once more rested, was on the far shore of Styx, about to fare out towards the land of Africa. There was an old woman there who had called him. A sad ghost tugged at his sleeve. He looked down into the tearful face of Sisyphus. Still unhappy? What?
No, go ahead.
Still unhappy? He asked the soul. I'm sorry for you, Sisyphus, but really, if you would only leave the riverside and cross over. There are meadows there, old friends. Why, I've no doubt your parents and grandparents are longing to see you. Your wife will come in her own good time, and time passes very quickly here if you wish it to. You're still entangled with the earth. That is your misery.
I cannot help it, wept the young king. My wife will not set me free. What? Not yet? Exclaimed Death, shocked and dismayed. No funeral rites, mourned the ghost, stretching forth a hand toward the gray, slow-moving river where the ferryman plied his boat. No coin, no farewell. I'm still tied here, unburied, a prisoner. O Lord, give me leave to go haunt the place until my wife gives me decent burial. That is the law, Death admitted, taking pity on him, thinking on the woman with the summer sky in her eyes and hair like August wheat. Cruel, he thought, so cruel, for all she was so beautiful. Go, he said, Sisyphus, and secure your proper burial. There's the way. He parted the curtain between worlds for him and showed him Corinth, and straightway he sped by another path, for the African woman cried out in pain and called his name, and he came quickly in pity.
Paragraph break. But the ghost of Sisyphus smiled as it walked the marketplace by night and walked up the steps. Guards shivered as it passed and straightened a little, and his torches in the hallway fluttered. And there in the hall, on a bed of shields, lay his body in royal state, and near it, her golden hair unbound and her sky-blue eyes red with weeping, knelt Merope. Laughing, he touched her shoulder, but she looked up not seeing, and with a touch on his own body, he lay down and lifted himself up, smiling at her. Lord, she cried, and he hugged her as she stood in he hugged her as he stood in his own body once more. Tears became wild laughter.
And servants shuddered at the pair, the clever king and his brave bride, who had made this pact while Death waited at their side. that she would not, whatever betide, bury him.
That
Ooh.
nice.
Also got a bit of rhyming going on in that paragraph for some reason. Admit no strangers, he bade the servants then, and he and his bride went up the stairs to the bedchamber where blue dolphins danced on the walls and torches burned bright gaily in the night. There was a war in China that raged up and down the banks of the Yangtze. I don't know that word. Yangtze? The Yahtzee.
Sounds good.
Yeah. That burned villages and cities, elevated some lords and ruined others. Death and 1,000 of his servants were busy there. There was a plague in India, and on hot winds ran the streets of cities, killing first the beasts and then the men that cried out in agony, and death, whose name is heard in hell, came quickly there, bringing his servants with him.
There was a war in Germany that ran across the forest and the river and spilled bloodily into the Gaul as year after year the fightings continued. Death, who does not sleep, was seldom in his castle, but much about the roads of Europe and the hills of Asia and the walking here and there in the persons of his thousand servants. But in the passing years he found himself again in the marketplace of a certain city, and the children stared at him in horror. People drew away from him. "How is this?" he asked, remembering another welcome he had in Corinth when a child had smiled at him. "Go away," said a merchant. "The king does not favor strangers in this city." "This is ill hospitality," said Death, offended, "and against the law of the gods."
When they gathered stones, he went sorrowing from the gates where a beggar sat, wizened and miserable. He turned his face from that one who looked on him with longing and gave him a coin. And then he stepped, for the steps of death are wide, far from the gateway to the palace door, where the guards came to abrupt attention, and his aspect now was that of a king in black robes, with a golden band about his dusky brow, and fires smoldered in his eyes. The guards shrank from him, weapons untouched, and he passed silently into the hall, angry and curious too, what the custom was in this city that barred travelers. The torches flared in dark as he went. Shadows enveloped him and flowered over the gay tiles of octopi and flying fishes, along the walls of dancers and gardens. He heard the sounds of revelry. It's you.
I thought there was a slight stutter, and I'm like, "Oh, great, it's going out again." No,
we're good.
All right, we're good. Huh. A shadow fell upon the last table. That was the unused palace of guests. A torch went out. Laughing men and women fell silent and turned their heads to see what passed there, seeing nothing. Only the king rose from his palace, and the wide-eyed queen beside him. He was older now, with white dusting on the dark of his hair, and the first touch of frost was on his wheaten-haired queen, the pinch that kills the flush of the cheeks and makes little cracklings beside the eyes. She lifted her hand to her lips and stopped, and everything stopped, save only Sisyphus. "Sisyphus," said Death with a frown that dimmed in frozen fires. Sisyphus' hand touched his wife's arm, trembled there, an older hand, and his eyes filled with tears. You see, I loved her so," said Sisyphus. "I could not leave her."
And Death, forever mateless, grieved, and his anger faded. "You gained the years you wanted, man," he said. "Be content. Come." For he remembered the young queen that had been, and was sorry that the touch of age had come on her. Mortals, he pitied them, who were prey to age. But the soul resisted him, strong and determined, and would not let go. "Come," he said, angered now. "Come, 40 years you have stolen. You have had the best of me. Now come." With a swoop that obscured the very hearth fire, he came and reached out his hand. But quicker than the reach of death was Sisyphus, whipping around his hands his golden belt, and Molly?
Yeah, Moly.
I don't know that word. Well, it was entwined therein, and Asphodel. Death cried out at the treachery, and the spell was broken, and the queen cried out at the shadow. The fires went out, and men shrieked in terror.
They were brave men that, with the king, bore that shadow in the nether reaches of the palace that was cut deep in the rock, deep cellars and storage places for wine and oil. And here they used iron chains that wrung painful moans from Death, and here they left him. They captured Death?
Wow.
Somewhere in Spain, an old man called, and Death could not answer. In anguish, Death wept. In Corinth's very streets, a dog lay crushed by a passing cart, and its yelping tortured the ears of passerbys and tore at the heart of Death. Disease and old age ran the world, afflicting thousands who lingered, calling on Death to no avail. Insects and beasts bred and multiplied, none dying and were fed upon, and torn and did not die. Oh my gosh! But lay moaning piteously, and plants and grasses grew up thick, not seeding through the stones, and when they were cut, they did not wither, but continued to grow until the cities or the streets of the cities began to be overgrown, and beasts wandered out of the fields, confused and crowded by their own young.
It's getting gnarly. Wars were without death, and the wounded kept fighting, and the horridly maimed and the diseased walked the world crying out in agony until there was no place that was free of horrors. And Death heard all the cries and the prayers, and the helpless wept. And helpless wept. The very vermin in the basements of the palace multiplied while Death lay bound and impotent, and fed upon the grain and devoured everything, leaving the people to starve. Famine stalked the streets and wasted men, and disease followed raving in his wake, laughing and tearing at men and beasts, but Death could not stir. And at last the gods, looking down on the chaos that was earth, bestirred themselves and began to inquire what passed, for every ill was let loose on earth, and men suffered too much to attend to sacrifices.
Disease was capitalized there too. And famine as well.
Mm-hmm.
The wisest of them knew at once what had been withheld from the world, for wherever men called on Death, he did not come. They searched the depths of the earth and the sea for him, who never visited the higher realms, and made inquiry among the snake-bodied children of the night, his cousins, but none of them seen him. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then from the still, shrouded quiet of sleep crept the least of night's children, a dream that wound its serpent way into the wisest of gods and whispered timidly, Sisyphus. And the gods turned their all-seeing eyes on the city of Corinth and the man named Sisyphus, on the morning shadow of the cellars of Corinth's palace. They frowned, and earthquake shook the ground. And quake after quake rocked the city until pillars tottered and people cowered in fear. And Sisyphus turned knowing eyes on his queen and kissed her tearfully and took a key. It was fearful to enter that dark place with the quakes rumbling and shuddering at the floor, to approach what knot of shadow that huddled in the corner, whether baleful or angry eyes watched. He had to remember that Death is a serpent child, and it was a serpent shape that seemed imprisoned there, earthwise and ancient, and unlike his twin, cold.
Give me 10 years, Sisyphus tried to bargain with him, endlessly trying, but Death said nothing, and the floor shuddered, and great cracks ran through the masonry, portending the fall of the palace. Sisyphus shivered, the thought of his queen, and then he fitted the key to the lock and took the bonds away. Death stood up, a swirling shadow, and cold breathed from him as Sisyphus cowered to the floor, trembling. But it was the dark-faced, gentle king who touched him on his shoulder and whispered in his ear, Brave Sisyphus, come along. And Sisyphus arose, forgetting his body that lay in the crumbling cellar, and stepped with the dark king out into the marketplace, out into the wilderness that began to die wherever the shadow fell. Grass, insects, all withered and went to dust, leaving only bright young growth. A dog's wails ceased. Children's voices began to be heard. And when at last they passed the gates of Corinth, Death paused by the forlorn beggar. Death took his hand gently, and the old man shivered and smiled, and that immortal part shook free, rising up, and the soul blinked, stretched, found it easy to walk with them on feet that were not lame. They strode down the shore to the river, where thousands of rustling ghosts were gathered, and the ferryman was hastening to his abandoned post.
It was 9 full turnings later that Death gathered to him the summer-eyed queen, and 3 after that before her gentle ghost appeared before his throne on the far side of the river. He smiled to see her. She smiled, a knowing and mischievous smile. She was young again. August bloomed in her hair, a glory in the dark of hell. Far away were the meadows of Asphodel, the jagged peaks that were the haunt of the children of the night. She was beginning her journey. Come, said Death, and took her hand and led her with his 1,000-league strides across the meadows and beyond the dark mountains. There is a trail, much winding, upon a mountainside, and high up upon it toiled a strong young king, covered in sweat, who heaved a stone along. Vast it was, and heavy, but he was determined and patient. He heaved it up with another hand's breadth and braced himself to catch his breath and try again. He can be free, you know, whispered Death in the young queen's ear, whence he sets it on yonder pinnacle.
And gently Death sat her on the roadside, saw the young king turn, wonder in his eyes, the stone forgotten. It crashed, rumbling down the trail, bounding and rebounding, to shatter on the floor of the pit and send echoes reverberating the length and breadth of hell. A moment Sisyphus stared after it in dismay. Then, with a laugh that outrang the echoes, opened his arms to the young queen Merope. Death smiled and turned away. Then 1,000-league strides crossing the plains of hell until he reached his throne. And remembering duty, he extended himself again into his thousand shapes and sighed.
There we go.
That was C.J. Cherry's first short story.
Yeah. Reminds me of the Soldier of Death episode Jim Henson thing where he puts death in a bag. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome.
That was epic.
Yeah, it's like a weird alternate retelling of the classic Sisyphus story. Like it even has him pushing the boulder up the hill at the end.
So much. It was much better than last week's story.
I wasn't there for the beginning. How long was that story that you and Keith read?
Oh, I don't know. It was really long.
I mean, I'm sure it felt longer than it really was, but
it was maybe 20 pages.
Okay.
But brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was hot.
And she was hot. Yeah, I enjoyed that a great deal.
That's a good one.
Yeah, 25 pages ish. What is the story of Sisyphus? Is that the guy who's the Greek god who's pushing the rock?
Well, he was. Oh gosh, I need to brush up on my Greek mythology, but I don't believe he's a god. I believe he was immortal. But yes, his punishment for whatever he did in Hades is to continually push a boulder up the side of a hill, and inevitably, when he gets to the top, it will roll back down again, and so he has to start it all over again.
God, not a god, but yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. I love that really classic fantasy retelling. A little goes a long way, but I like it. I agree. He's nodding at the screen. I can't see you. I can see you, Chris.
We can picture you in our mind's eye.
Did you go out in public wearing that? His wizard hat. At least he has a job. So is he he's being punished, but it seemed like he's with his princess, right? So he's like, or his queen.
Like he's with the queen, but hold on. I'm gonna just straight up look up what Sisyphus's backstory was. Because I'm pretty sure it's something completely different, but I could be wrong about that. Let me see. I get him and what's his name? Prometheus confused.
With the being by the birds.
Yeah, he gets his liver eaten by the bird, yeah.
Oh, every day. Poor Prometheus.
Every day.
All he did was give us fire. Is that right?
Yeah, but it was the gods' fire, so.
Oh, can't they spare a little fire?
Exactly.
We should have.
Okay, let's see. Founder and king of Ephyra, also known as Corinth. He revealed Zeus's abduction of Aegina to the river god Asopus, thereby incurring Zeus's wrath. His subsequent cheating of death earns him eternal punishment in the underworld once he dies of old age. The gods condemned him to push an immense boulder up a hill, only for it to roll back down every time it neared the top, repeating this action for eternity. Yep. So he still cheats death in the original, but the reason he was punished was because he outed Zeus cheating with his wife again, because Zeus does that as easily as he breathes.
Yeah. Cup of fire, sir.
I want some more.
Would like some more. I enjoyed that story a great deal. I thought that was delightful.
Literally, my only problem. You pointed out my only problem with it. The run-on sentences got to be a little much, but
yes,
I like CJ Cherry's style. I've read a couple of her short stories and only 2 of her novels so far. her style gets the novels to be a little bloated because things just drag on and on where they're constantly trying to be poetic and describe things a certain way. But they're cool stories. She tells really cool stories.
Yeah, that would be my issue as well. Was the run, like, if you guys saw this, I'm sure it felt like it read well for the most part. But if you saw what we were reading, it was kind of exhausting a bit.
Yeah, she put colons and semicolons where she could have put periods like in half of the sentences. It was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey, Joey,
what's up? And by the way, this is just iced tea.
Long Island iced tea, am I right?
In my Frodo Baggins Burger King goblet.
Wow. That is, in fact, Liminal Space is in the chat.
Yes.
He is. He is always in the chat. Yes. When he's not here.
I would not lie to you, Chris. I promise.
I'm just drinking bubbly. And not the alcoholic bubbly.
Oh. No fun tonight for either of us.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I know you don't drink, so I wasn't going to be like, hey, let me chug a bottle of wine here while
you go for it. I don't care.
I know you don't care. Oh, Mark has read both of our short stories in Weird Frequencies. I forgot to message you back, Mark. Yes, I hope you enjoyed them. They're both. Which one do you like better?
Ooh, moment of truth. Don't let me down, Mark.
Hey, Joey. Yes, we do. We have another one this Saturday on my channel with the whole Elusive Exclusive Book Society.
We'll be reviewing The Space Olympics by A.M. Leitner. I'm so excited.
Wait, Friday? Is it Friday?
Hold on. When's the 26th?
Did I schedule it for Friday instead of Saturday?
Oh, gosh, you might have. You did. You did.
What? Oh, shoot. Now, whoa. That's on purpose.
Was it?
That's on purpose. That's right. Because one of our guests couldn't do the weekend. They could only do Friday. Okay. Oh.
I mean, I can still it's still fine for me, but like.
Yeah. Oh, in my brain, because we usually do them on Saturdays. Okay. Oh, don't spoil it. All right, Friday. Oh shoot, I gotta cancel some plans. Whoops. let me read Nick's before I decide.
That's fair. You know what? That's fair. And little little bit of interesting trivia. Somehow, all three of us from the Eves wrote stories concerning eyes. We did not plan that, but it just happened. There's a significant eye in every single one of our stories.
Oh, it might be okay. It might be okay.
Okay.
Nick's story gave you trauma in a good way? What?
Are you?
Oh, is it because I don't want to give anything away because Mark hasn't read it yet? But yeah. Nick's story is pretty great. Esophagus. All I'll say is the esophagus scene is pretty,
yes,
pretty great.
That's it. Yeah.
Nick even asked me because when I was editing it, he's like, "Is that? I don't think that's how it works. I don't think it looks like that. I don't think that's how esophagus." I was like, "I don't care. I'm leaving it in. That's great."
It was great.
So pulpy.
Mm-hmm. I want him to write more. I want him to write more stories with that character.
Yeah. His story in he doesn't have one in the upcoming Out of the Void. But in the Retrograde Horror, he has a story, and it is great.
Yeah.
It's so it might be one of the creepiest in there. It's good. I don't want to say anything. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it is really good.
Nice.
I like traumatizing my therapist. That's a job I would not want, being a therapist.
Yeah, could not do that. I've got enough annoying people telling me about their trauma in my own life.
Welcome, Thomas. Your birth year. When is this? We'll see how old Thomas is. 1977. Oh. Yes, we do. We have Weird Frequencies. This came out last December.
Yeah, December 5th.
And it's all booktubers.
Mm-hmm.
Tim has a story. Chris has Liminal Spaces has a story in here. Andrea from Infinite Text has a story. Yeah, and there's I'll tell you all who's in here. And this was just kind of made for fun. We're like, this is gonna be fun. So I do Joseph Gilbert from Joseph Reads Books, Brian from Bad Taste Books, Chris from Liminal Spaces, Ira from SF Words of Wonder, Tim, Andrea from Infinite Texts, Nick from the Book Graveyard, Virgil from Literally Books, Eric Wag, the Outlaw Levi Wallace, Richard Rempel, and Wizard Jim from News from the Gilding. And that story will melt your face.
Oh my gosh, I love that story so much.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You see the so he's reprinting it for his next story collection. Did you see the painting that he did for it?
No.
He's illustrating his stories this time. He did a painting for the Dig, and it's gorgeous.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
The title again. Yeah. Weird Frequencies. If you look up it's on Amazon. Weird Frequencies, strange stories by strange authors or stranger authors. It's currently 926 in science fiction anthologies.
Yes.
It got, when it first got released, it was what was it up to? Andrea knows in the chat. What did it get up to?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact number. All I know is that for the longest time it was rated higher than Brandon Sanderson's recent story collection.
Yes, we beat Brandon Sanderson.
I
for
will
a minute.
go to the grave with that information that I was in a book that beat Brandon Sanderson the first several weeks that it was out.
Wow, we were that's right. We were number 3. Yeah.
Oh,
Heck
it was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and we made it just for fun. We literally just made it for fun to just, this might be kind of fun to do. And it was, as we all read it, and because I edited the thing, and as I'm reading it, I'm just like, wait a second. This is really good.
We did really good with this one.
These people are actually pretty dang talented. And so, yes, for those of you who don't know, we've earlier in the year, I opened submission to do 2 more. We're doing Out of the Void, which is another just kind of weird anthology, and that's coming out very soon. We're this close to finishing with the editing, and then we're going to go to formatting and get all that figured out. And after that, Retrograde Horror. So, and also same thing, all not just booktubers, but like people in the community, like viewers and things like that. Like there's 1 or 2 authors who are actually published successful authors that are in there as well, which is cool. But it's like we didn't do any outside any other. All the submissions are basically, hey, if you're part of this community. And so even these bigger artists are bigger authors, I should say, are they're part of this weird little internet community we have going on here. Same as we have art, the cover artists, the interior art. There's interior art, some special things. All people from our little pulpy corner of the internet, which is so great. It's so exciting.
I'm so excited, dude.
You missed it. It was good. It was good, Russell. It was a good story. It's pretty good for something so independent. Yeah.
If you do say so yourself.
Nice. Good. I hope you'll like it, Jack. It's fun.
Yeah. It's got something for everyone too.
That's one thing we liked is we kind of had a little sci-fi, like make it kind of sci-fi was the initial note, the initial notes, like write whatever story you want. But as it turned out, all the stories, a lot of them do have a sci-fi twist to them, but they're all so different. And it's kind of shifted from something that is science fiction-y to something that's weird fiction. So some of the stories are like straight up science fiction, but then
Yeah.
some of them are like there's a full core. Like yours is very pulpy. Like
Oh my gosh. I went into that story thinking I'm going to write the pulpiest thing possible. Like, yeah.
and it's a blast. And Nick's has his, it's very gritty and street level and crime, and
it's
kinda gets
literally
under your
one of the main
fingernails.
characters is literally a drug dealer. It's awesome.
A drug dealer, and the main character is a kung fu Chinese fixer that just so with cosmic horror. It's just so good. Oh, Virgil's story from Literally Books. That story will straight up melt your brain.
That freaking story, it's like, it's so good, but every time I finish a paragraph, I'm like, hold on, I got to read that again. Is he saying what I think? He's saying what I think he's saying. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I love this. I love that you guys are going out and buying it. I really hope you enjoy it. Like, we priced it as cheap as we can, just so we could make sure that many people that can get it as we can. That's the problem.
Hey, we have several of the stories out already. Check our channels, Keith.
Yeah, I have do you have mine are if you go to my channel, I have a playlist that has everybody's, I think 5 or 6 of them, because it's like I said, this isn't a big money making endeavor. This is just like a kind of a labor of love. And so I'm like, I told everybody, if you want to record your own audiobook, you're free to do so. Your own audio. So I did it on mine. Did you do it on yours? You did it on yours.
I did one for mine, yeah.
Yeah. And so it's on a playlist on my channel, if you go to my channel. And yeah, but it's only 5 or 6, so, but and they're they're not professional quality, but they're fun. Like, and Richard's in there too.
Hey, what's up, Richard?
Oh, that's right. Did you guys see Keith from Tau Zero?
He came out of hibernation.
He's back after 9 years being cryogenically frozen in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what CJ Cherry's Morgaine cycle is like. It's built up as fantasy, but it's actually like a science fiction story. It's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, it is 100%, Richard.
There's a cherry pun.
Oh my gosh. Her name is actually Cherry, like the fruit, but they had her change it because they were like, if you put the name CJ Cherry on a book, people are gonna think it's a romance. And so she just put an H at the end to make it sound exotic, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Mark. Mark has a story in the upcoming anthology, Glockensig, and it's a blast. I did write a sequel to my story because Virgil was like, you need to do it. You need twisted my arm into it. With a quar. What is a quar? I don't know what that is. Sorry.
No idea.
Oh, you've heard Rob's story?
Ooh.
How did that get out? Did that sneak out somewhere?
Did Rob leak his own story?
Did he leak his own story? Because his is in the horror, the retrograde horror.
I'm excited about Rob's. You were building it up the other day, and
it's gonna be everybody's favorite. It's not everybody, because everybody has so much different taste. It's dang good.
I'm excited.
Yes, absolutely. That's why we're going to Pulp Fest.
You're gonna see a ton of us in Pulp Fest.
Like less than 2 months, but a little more than a month, and then we're gonna do it. That's awesome, Joey. Welcome. It's an awesome little community, because how many people do we know read old vintage books? Like hardly anybody in real life.
I know a lot of them now, Jake.
Yeah, now we do. But in real life, like I hardly know anybody that reads at all, let alone science fiction, let alone vintage stuff, So it's cool. It's cool that we all found each other. Hey, Joe, what's going on? Nothing. The story was like 5 pages, so now we're just kind of chatting.
Do we dare read another story?
No. Because if we do, we're gonna get George R.R. Martin, and it's gonna be another slog.
More
Hey, Pip, what's going on? I heard Quar. Yeah, Rob's is good. Like I can't wait for that one. My brain is just melted. Like I said brain melted like 9 times during the stream. But like from editing the anthology. So I'm going to take a week break. Once I'm done, I'm taking a week break if I can. But I might just dive right into starting to edit the retrograde horror, which Charlie is in as well, which is a lot of fun. Oh, you can. You just gotta sell a few things. I told you could sleep on our floor if you want. We'll throw a pillow down there for you. Divisive kidding. Oh, nice. Sweet. That's awesome. There's great stuff out there that so many people have forgotten about. The mainstream has forgotten about, I should say.
Yeah.
You guys in the comments know your stuff. Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Oh, here's a good question. For both of us, what's your opinion compromises or makes for a good pulp sci-fi or style SF or fantasy story? Short story.
What comprises or makes? Okay. I mean, for me, it's gotta have some kind of element that like pulls me in right off the bat, I guess. But at the same time, like that thing can't be. I'm not saying that like I only read fiction that's like goofy and weird and out there, because I enjoy like a good crime story or detective story or something every now and again. But when I'm specifically reading pulp stories or weird fiction, I want to encounter some kind of concept that I'm not familiar with right off the bat. And luckily, that usually happens with like some of the big pulp writers, like H.P. Lovecraft, Clark Ashton Smith. Right off the bat, they introduce like some kind of idea or hint towards it. It's like, okay, what's going on here? And then that just kind of pulls me in. And I don't know. It depends, because short stories are they're such an easy format to get wrong, I found. Like, I feel like some short stories can be like super anticlimactic because like the writer has this big idea and just has to cram so much into one story and it ends up not paying off. But
yeah, there's an art to it for sure.
Yeah.
I think for me, when I think pulp, I think of like just ego set aside.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think of just the author is just having fun.
That's a good point too.
Or just telling their story. I read a lot of new wave stuff, and it seems like more, and some of it is legitimately incredible, but it seems more and more, the more mainstream new wave type stuff is just like they're too in their head. They're too worried about how things look. That's why, like, when I read last year, I read Star Rider by Doris Persertia, which is like came out in the middle of new wave, and I'm like, it was just like so refreshing because it was just so. She's just having fun. She's just having fun, telling a fun story. You could tell it was, and that's when I read Kuttner, when I read Moore, when I read Burroughs. These guys, they're having fun.
Yeah.
When they write, and so I think entertainment is the main point. They're not trying to say something. This is a state. It's not an essay that's been wrapped up in a story form, which that can be fine too. That could be good too, but it's just. Yeah, I think some of them you can turn your brain off. Some you can't, but some you can just turn your brain off and have a good time. And I think that kind of encapsulates pulp to me.
That's a good point. And there have been like a lot of times where I've read like some long-ish novel where the writer is taking it very, very seriously and is trying to say something. And it could be really good, but at the end of it, then I read like some short story from that like appeared in Weird Tales or something. It's like, oh my gosh, that was so much better. I had so much more of a good time reading that short story.
Yeah,
it's just because I feel like at least with that kind of fiction, like you said, there's no egocentric anything. It's just They're trying to write a fun plot, and that's the focus of everything in that story.
Yeah. Pathless Trail. I have that. That's I'm trying to think of the author's name.
Arthur O'Friel.
Yeah, O'Friel. That's right.
I have
it looks good. I bought it because of the cover.
It's a great. What is it? Jeff Jones did the cover. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have it somewhere up there.
Yeah.
Really, because every time I find a Jack Vance, it's super pricey.
No, he's pretty cheap around. He's not dollar rack, but he's the $3 rack around here. Yeah,
I'll tell you what. I'm trying so hard to find a copy of Dying Earth that isn't that big stupid trade paperback they're selling on Amazon, and I just cannot find it anywhere that isn't like $100. It's awful.
Yeah, some of his stuff's real expensive.
The only one that even came close was someone was selling a lot of his books for like $100, and Dying Earth was one of them, but they took a picture of the Dying Earth by itself, and it was in tatters, and I'm like, there's no way.
I know. Richard says pulp is a great idea or problem, and then a satisfying ending, which surprises me. Okay. Yeah, I like that. And that's I I think sometimes I say the wrong thing about pulp, because in my mind, like Captain Future is pulp. Doc Savage, it's like dumb, fun, thrown together, written in a weekend. But a lot of pulp, it just because it was printed in the pulp magazines, is really heady, is brilliant. Masters at the craft.
Yeah. Seal Moore is a
chain smoking.
Yeah, exactly. C.L. Moore is a writer who has these really like they're pulpy stories. Like they have that quality where it's like, okay, this is clearly something that was printed like some cheap magazine back in the day. But then you get into the weeds of her stories, and they're so like cerebral and emotional at the same time,
and layered.
And they have so many layers to them. You can peel those stories apart. They're so good.
Oh, I have Star Rigger. I have that. I'll let me write that down. I'll move it over to my TBR, Jason. Star Rigger.
There we go. That'll get Nick into science fiction. Truckers in space.
Maybe we'll do that for the next Eves, because Nick was complaining about this next one that we're coming up this Friday. Perfect. Yes, that's it, Rob. Imagination run amok, and a penny a word.
Nice.
Yeah, that's true. You could do it. What do you? It's not working while you're watching this stream. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, if you're using 100% of your brain while you're watching this.
Okay, they're too short, not a full-length novel. I'd rather read a novel.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on what I'm in the mood for, I think. Like I found that I used to read 0 short stories.
Really?
Until I started doing this Rollin Shorties series. And now I love it. I look forward to it. Because I'm still reading novels, but then peppered in there is just little snacks.
And yes, I do agree, by the way. Daw has the best cover art for the vintage era. 100%.
Yeah. And this one is kind of the weakest. Number 3 is kind of the weakest out of the fantasy. And it's still bloody cool.
Well, can we talk about this for a second? So the artist is Josh Kirby, who is absolutely bonkers. If you've seen any of his covers for the Discworld series, they're so like chaotic and goofy, but so well done. And there's details all over the place. And this is like his least detailed work ever. It's literally just a dude in armor and a dragon. There's no background. It's just on like a beige front piece.
Yeah.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling that this might have been like a part of like I couldn't prove this. I couldn't find anything that
Shut up.
I couldn't find anything that corroborated my theory, but I'm assuming this is part of like a bigger, more detailed piece that he did, and then Daw was like, "No, it's way too chaotic. Can you just clip out one of these elements and put it on the front?"
Yeah,
because it's so unlike him to just draw like a guy and a dragon, and that's it.
It's cool. It's
It is
cool. It's
cool.
got
I
good
like-
movement to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got blood on the sword. It's awesome.
Same as me, Gavin, because when I started my channel, I didn't know that booktube was even a thing. That's how naive or stupid I was. I was like, I'm just gonna make videos and see what happens. And every single person that reached out, every single, like, I found Tim's channel through there. I found all these from commenting, and then YouTube's like, okay, you like this stuff? Here's some more. Literally everybody over here, it's so like anti-YouTube. It's like, it's so positive. Nothing's performative. There are some booktubers that are very performative. Not over here. Everybody's very genuine. When I met last year, we met a bunch of everybody at Pulp Fest, and it wasn't weird. It wasn't like, oh, he's different in person. It's like everybody's literally the exact same as they are, and on camera. It's fun. It's a fun community, to be sure.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Really, nothing but short stories.
Yeah.
Nice.
I must have short stories.
I do sometimes have to like talk myself into being like, okay, you've read like 5 novels in a row. Read something shorter to like give yourself a buffer or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I rarely DNR as well. Or at DNF, right?
DNF?
You meant DNF. DNR is do not resuscitate. Is he trying to tell us something? Are you somebody go check on Jay? Oh wait, I think I'm closest to him. No. Yeah, it's like a snack. It's like a snack to me. Flesh by Philip Jose Farmer. Farmer.
I need to read Farmer. I've got some of his books, but I have not tried him out yet.
I started a Farmer. It was Tiger, I think, and it was straight up pornographic.
Really?
Yeah. Which I've heard he can be. Yeah, I think, or maybe it's Lord Tiger, something like that. But I'm reading
Tiger is Alfred Bester.
Yeah, it was Lord Tiger, I think, because the cover has it's very phallic. It's very suggestive cover. And I'm reading, I'm just like, do we really need to know this much about this guy's wang? Like, what is going on here? Yeah, 100% nicer.
Yeah, I hear he's very like hit or miss. Like, well, at least like people have hit or miss opinions on his books. I've heard people say that the first River World, To Your Scattered Bodies Go, is like one of the best science fiction novels ever. Then I've heard people say that I cannot make it through To Your Scattered Bodies Go. So it's like hot and cold with Farmer. That's from what I've heard.
Autocorrect. I totally meant beep beep beep. I have dozens of them.
What do I have? I have
Lord Tiger.
I have one of his Opar novels. I can't remember which one. Flight from Opar, I think. And then I have the collection of his short stories that has the original Riverworld novelette. I actually think that might be it. I think that's all the Farmer I have. I need to get more.
I'm not a big fan of new fantasy or sci-fi anymore. Yeah.
I understand. I totally understand that.
So good. Well, I'm gonna tell you guys something. Since you're all here watching this stream, 50 of us here. Shoot.
50 people. Oh my gosh.
I know. And I'm just letting you guys know, this is gonna disappear from the internet here in a minute.
Oh boy.
I showed you this already, Tim.
Yeah, you did.
Doom of Three Planets by Robert Pohl. Somebody, a newer viewer, commented this, saying something like, this is their favorite bad good book. This book is objectively garbage. Review is coming out Friday. It's objectively garbage, and it is the funnest, stupidest book I've read in a long time. Nice. Like, legitimately, I'm busting up laughing. So
it figures you would do that so bad it's good list, and then all of a sudden,
oh, I got so many good recommendations from doing that video.
Nice.
But yeah, pick this up before it disappears. It's going to disappear pretty soon, I think. Oh yeah, I read those. I tried reading those Robert Jordan's. I got to book 3. Really? And I was like 400 pages in, and I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. Why am I? It was like an epitome. Like, why am I reading this? I don't what.
What am I doing with my life?
There's just so many like weird frog monsters that aren't doing it. I hated it. I kept falling asleep reading it too. It was one of those books.
I couldn't get through Eye of the World. I tried to read Eye of the World like 3 or 4 times, and I was like, "What? No, I can't. Too slow."
Oh, it's a great time to be a Lumley fan. His wife is dropping reprints of all his stuff.
Ooh, okay.
I love that because is Lumley. I'm assuming he's dead, right? If his wife's dropping it,
I believe so. Yes.
Because then like his estate is still getting paid for new stuff. Like that's like the only time I'll go out and really buy new stuff, or I do sometimes, but that's like I like that. I like that it's all in the family, not just somebody, Lord Tiger for sure. Like songs a musical. Feast Unknown is notorious. I have heard that. Some fun, pulpy, naughty books.
Robert E. Howard has some pulpy, naughty books.
Robert E. Howard got naughty?
He published a lot of stories for the Spiceys. So there are quite a few collections of his stories that are like technically erotica. It's super tame by today's comparison, but yeah, they do exist.
Dude, my absolute favorite story. When me and Chris went to go see the Robert E. Howard Museum, both of our favorite moments were when his girlfriend, whoever, gave him a kind of a saucy magazine. Or not magazine, a book, which they actually had it there,
right.
Which is so cool. To hide it from his parents, he hid it under the house. Like he hid the book. He hid this naughty, which is like so tame by today's standards. But he hid this little scandalous book under the like kind of tucked behind the foundation under the house.
Great.
I love it. Oh. Scattered Bodies, yeah. Which one's first? Is it Riverworld or Scattered Bodies?
Well, no. So Riverworld was a novelette or a novella, some kind, whatever. But it was a shorter story that got extended into To Your Scattered Bodies Go, and the series itself is called Riverworld as well.
Okay. One of your videos that qualify as a new pulp reader starter pack. I would say I have one just recently on my channel. That's what did I name it, Tim? Underrated something.
Yeah,
something
top
underrated.
10 underrated science fiction classics.
Yeah, like and it's a picture of kind of a dangling a naked lady kind of dangling from the.
That's right.
Those are all great stories and very underrated. Like you don't hear people aren't talking about them for the most part. What about you? What would you recommend on your channel there, Tim?
I mean, I'm playing the type here, but you gotta at least include the big three from Weird Tales: Clark Ashton Smith, Robert E. Howard, H.P. Lovecraft. But I would also say, I already mentioned her, but C.L. Moore. I love C.L. Moore. Literally every short story that I've read by that woman, I have not disliked. She's so good. And her books are a little harder to find nowadays, but they're fantastic. A lot of her stuff is like for free on the Internet Archives and Project Gutenberg and stuff. But yeah.
Plus, one issue I had with because I thought about getting back into giving him another try because people really do love the Wheel of Time books.
They really.
I need to do it. I need to just buck up and do it. But then he died before it was finished.
And who should finish it but everyone's favorite writer?
Why do you hate Brandon Sanderson?
Because he sucks. No, that's not true. No, he's another one of those authors I just have a horrible love-hate relationship with. I love the original Mistborn trilogy. It, like, as far as epic fantasy goes, I would direct people to that all the time. But his fight him. Get that aggression out. His like big fantasy series, Stormlight Archive, it is literal garbage. And I mean that in that the writing is literal garbage. He just doesn't care. His editors don't give a crap. They let him just word vomit onto the pages, and he gets away with so many stupid juvenile passages that keep padding out the books and padding out the books, and I hate it.
Yeah, that's annoying. That's one thing I realized too. Like when I was younger, and we've talked about this many times, but when I was younger, I preferred a big fat book.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't seem to mind it. But as I've kind of gotten older, I'm like, I don't know why. Like bloat bothers me.
Yeah.
When it's just like, if this book, and sometimes they earn it, sometimes they don't. But some books, I think we were just texting about this, Tim, about this very same thing. And somebody was like, I was on a live stream with somebody and they said, The Stand, Stephen King's The Stand, fully justifies its size. And I was like, buddy, you're out of your dang mind if you think that. And I like The Stand. You're crazy if you think that story needs to be 972 pages. You're out of your mind.
I can't criticize because I love Lord of the Rings and Matt's over 1,000 pages long, but like just there's got to be like the exceptions from the norm where it's like, okay, these few novels, yes, they do justify that length. You can't tell me that every single person who writes an epic fantasy novel that's 800 plus pages, you cannot tell me that they justify the length of those novels. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't care how much you love Wheel of Time. And here's the thing. For the longest time, I was like, you know what? I don't plan on reading Wheel of Time anytime soon, but if I was forced to, you know what? I'd pick it up and read it from beginning to end. And then I was talking to Virgil the other day, and he was like, Tim, don't do it. And I was like, okay.
But there's some books that I love.
Oh, yeah.
I've been trying to get you to read Drood by Dan Simmons forever. And it's like,
that's the thing. I don't even
500 some pages.
But I don't even like Charles Dickens, so I wouldn't understand all the references.
Oh, he just did the Christmas Carol. That's all you need. And Great Expectations. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
There's a quote. I don't remember who it was. It was an author who said, I don't remember who it was, but they were like, anyone can write a big story.
Uh-huh.
A talented author can write a little one.
Good. That's good.
Oh boy. Oh no.
That is your opinion, Chris? Okay, here's the thing, Chris. I'm eagerly awaiting that fellowship video of yours, buddy. I know you have some thoughts. You've told me about several of them already. I cannot wait for that review.
Oh man. Stay out of the comment section of that review, Chris.
Oh boy.
Tim's going to be on fire.
Okay, but that's correct, though. Sanderson has gotten bigger than his stories. For a while, he was this humble little, okay, you know, I'm going to write these big, long stories, but, you know, then he got super popular, and now he just doesn't care, and he'll, like I said, word vomit, and it's not edited.
Yeah. Drood was awesome. But here's the thing. I just had a comment just a couple days ago. Somebody saying, they were saying how Drood is one of their most like disappointing books they've ever read, or they hated it. And I was like, I loved it. It's my favorite Dan Simmons. Yes, I've read the Hyperion books. Yes, I've read The Terror. It's my favorite. It's so good, but it's not like it's a slow burn. But it's not a slow burn as the way that some people say. Some people say it's a slow burn, which means nothing happens. That's not the case. It is a slow burn of escalating stakes, and it's so masterfully done. Keith, Tau Zero, let's talk. We'll read Drood next time. We'll do a Rollin' Shorties with Drood. It'll be a
Rollin' Shorties with Drood.
We'll be here for 14 hours reading it.
What do you roll? Just roll for whatever chapter you're on? Like you just read that chapter?
That's the thing that gets me too. I don't want to read anything that's a part of a series.
Okay, that throws me. So like I'll probably talk about it in a video coming up soon, but I was recently book shopping. I went to like 3 different Goodwills and rated their book sections. And they had a lot of fantasy stuff, but it was all epic fantasy. And it was all like book 2, book 3, book 5. And I'm like, are you guys serious? Like every time I find something that looks kind of cool, it's always part of like some super Mark, Mark, you got to understand. I'm just now getting into Westerns. I can't handle an 800+ page Western at this point. I got to start off small, man. Come on.
Clive Barker. You've read some Clive Barker.
I've
right?
read a couple of his short stories. Yes, I like him so far. Hellbound Heart was incredible. I mean, I like the Hellraiser movie, but the book was.
I was going to say that's all I know him from is Hellraiser.
Yeah, that's all everybody knows him for.
Jordan justifies it. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, good. I hope you like it. I love it. It's top 5 of my books all time, I think. I've read it like 3 times. That's a fat book. That's why I love those Elric books. Even some of them are fix-ups.
Why I love them too. I will go to my grave saying that Elric of Melniboné is probably the best single sword and sorcery standalone novella ever. Like, yes, it's the first book of a series, but if you just take that on its own, it's just it's perfect, and it's like under 200 pages. So,
how much below can be attributed to editors? Yeah.
Well, that is the thing, because when Lord of the Rings got really popular, and so people like Terry Brooks started writing those massive fantasy series, the publishers pointed out, we want you to make this a trilogy or a series. And so they felt that pressure to make them go on as long as possible and really draw them out. So I want to say that it's a lot of the editor and the publisher's fault, but some of those writers have got to be just leaning on their keyboards.
Oh, songs. I have not read Song of Kali. I need to get more Simmons. Bummer he just died recently. Last year, maybe. I think it was last year.
Dan Simmons?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He did. Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, I think if Hyperion, have you read Hyperion?
So I read it when I was like 16, but that was when I was going through a phase where I would rent audiobooks from the library, and I would only read them while I was like playing Skyrim or Call of Duty. So I don't remember any part of it. I just remember like the framing device of it's like, Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, but in space. That's all I remember.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe Tim, you should, you have the fantasy channel. You should give Wheel of Time a try.
No, there are so many other things that it is a 16-book series, and they're all over 600 pages long. There are so many other books I could be reading in the time it takes me to finish one of those books.
That's another thing too. It's like I can read this many books or one big book.
It's exactly.
I'll never start a series at night completed. Oh, I never got into. I think I read half of the first one and then I just got distracted. But I'm glad I didn't finish it for that very reason. That the Song of Ice and Fire, it's never going to be done.
No, don't get me started on George. Please.
Brett's love series with books with reoccurring characters. They can be really good.
No, they can. I agree.
I especially love them when they're this size.
Oh yeah.
With reoccurring characters. Yeah.
I mean, that's Elric. That's all of Michael Moorcock's fantasy stuff. Like anytime he uses one of those Eternal Champion characters, it's great. They're short little novels. You get to follow the same character on an adventure. I love them. Love them so much.
Trick. My ex-wife was as well. The Song of not the song, but the Court of
Thorns and Roses. Yeah,
they're crap. The Abominable. Ooh. I got a hot take. I really love The Terror. I like the TV show better. And The Terror is great.
I've not read or watched either, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
You should watch the show. It's cool. It's really cool.
Okay.
Maslan books. Yeah.
So that's one of those epic fantasy series where I'm like, because it's finished. People correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that series is finished. The only thing turning me off to him is that everyone is like, he doesn't hold your hand, and it's the most confusing thing ever. So, yeah, I don't know.
I can see myself finishing the Amber books at some point.
I need to
Because
get
I
back
love
on
that first one.
The second book is good. The second book actually introduces my favorite character in that series so far.
Okay. Well, I got to reread the first one at this point.
Whoa!
Whoa!
All you need to know is that he gets. All you need to know is his brother throws him in prison, and he grows his eyes back.
Is the first Elric better than Fellowship?
No. Okay, hold on. Here's the thing, though. This is like comparing apples and oranges, Chris, because they're trying to do completely different things. And from the very beginning, Moorcock was like, "I don't like Tolkien's style of fantasy, so I'm going to write the opposite."
No.
So
you can compare apples and oranges. They're both fruit. They fit in a bowl. They're round. There's so many similarities. They grow on trees. They have seeds. You can compare apples and oranges.
The point I'm trying to make is that they are so different, I don't find comparing them worthwhile. I mean, I like both. I love both of them. I love the Elric saga, but Lord of the Rings is still my favorite book ever. So
I liked Hawkmoon as well. The Jewel in the Skull.
Fun.
That's fun.
Hawkmoon's fun. That series peters off at the end, but the first book's awesome. Second book is good, and then the third and fourth are just eh.
Yeah, you told me that. It kind of put me off to reading them.
I love Corum too, Jay. I love Corum to death.
But they're the same story.
They aren't, but they are. Corum is like Elric, but on the opposite end of the spectrum. Like Corum is all about law and goodness, and Elric is all about chaos and evil. So
look at Richard. Richard here with a weed joke. What's going on?
Richard's hanging out with you too much.
Oh, me?
You or Chris?
Chris.
Yeah.
Richard. Hey,
what's up, man?
Dread Pirate Books he'll be joining us on Friday to review this incredible, life-changing, deep, riveting book, The Space Olympics. Look at that guy.
He's wearing a space toga. Yeah.
Hugh Cook's Chronicles of an Age. I've never heard of that. Hugh Cook's Chronicles of an Age.
I've not heard of that either.
780 though.
Yes, but we still love him even though he is. He's a tragic hero. That's why I don't. Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Calling you out.
Okay, but here's the thing. Every single Redwall book is its own self-contained story. So I'm totally fine reading that massive series because every single one.
But they're fat too. They're like this big.
They're like 300. They're 400 pages max.
400. That's a lot of rodents. That's a lot of pages about rodents and varmints.
It is, but I enjoy it. I'm going to say that I give that a pass purely because of nostalgia. If I had not read those books as a kid, I probably wouldn't give a crap, but it is what it is.
I noticed that too. Dresden Files are better than Wheel of Time.
I love Dresden Files. I'm not finished with it yet. I still have like 5 books to go before I'm caught up, but I love the Dresden Files. I will say some of the best character writing in modern fantasy. Harry Dresden is like one of the best protagonists ever written, in my opinion. He's like Spider-Man, but he's a wizard. I
can't ever read those books now because of that crazy guy that went viral.
Oh,
that I'm talking about. That Harry Dresden. If you guys don't know, if you somehow missed this, there's a crazy person that broke into somebody's house.
They didn't break into the house. He like ran up to the doorbell and tried to break into the house.
He got into the house.
Did he get in? Okay.
Yeah. There's more footage of him running around the house, and the owner comes and starts beating him up with a chair or something. I forget. Yeah, this crazy guy's like, "I'm Harry Dresden." He starts ringing the doorbell. Open the door, dude. It's so
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. I love how that's his idea of like a badass introduction. Because if you read the Dresden Files, yes, Harry Dresden is a cool character, but he's an absolute dork that no one takes seriously. He is a literal basement dwelling, comic book reading dork who just happens to be a powerful wizard.
Yeah, A. Bertram Chandler. I read one story by him, and I liked his writing quite a bit. I want to read another one. I think I'm talking a few people into doing which one is it? There's a sea one. There's an ocean monster one or something. But yeah, I like Chandler's writing. Wait a minute. I said don't read that one, Kevin. 2/3 of that is a blast.
But it's got a giant baby bear monster.
Let's see here.
Let's check it out. Yeah.
I'm happy I read Hyperion, but you need to read. It's a cliffhanger. You need to read Empyrean. Is that the second one? And that one it kind of fell apart at the end for me. I can't remember
what the sequel's called. I never read it, so I don't know.
I realized that was like, oh shoot, because Dan Simmons has such incredible world building, and it's so intricate. So many things are set up, and then at the end you realize, oh, a full third of this, you were just throwing stuff at the wall, and you had no idea what you were doing. That sucks. So,
see, now I wish I could remember what I read from that. Well, listen to from that book, because I honestly couldn't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I was too busy leveling up my smithing in Skyrim.
Sorry, everybody. I'm a little behind on the chat. I can see you all.
Malazan is worth it. I've heard. It's just I'm intimidated by the lore of that series.
Yeah, like to get into. I guess we're talking about apples and oranges.
Gosh.
Oh yeah, he was my favorite character in the Jewel in the Skull.
Count Brass is a cool character. So here's the thing: he's not actually the main character of the Count Brass series, which is weird. It takes place after the Hawkmoon series. I haven't read it yet. I just know the general plot, and apparently, it is the series that wraps up all of the Eternal Champion mythos. Like, he didn't write it last, but he wrote it to be like the culmination of the whole series.
Hmm.
So like it takes all the stuff from Corum and Elric and Hawkmoon and Eric Kosei and apparently wraps it all up. Yes, but it took me a long. Look, here's the thing though. I'm talking about vanilla Skyrim when the game first came out, and it took forever to do anything.
No, you could still do the duplication trick back then.
Could you? I must not have known it, because I remember sitting there for hours making leather bracers and iron daggers over and over and over again.
Yeah, I did too. Too many times.
Mm-hmm.
Black Company is amazing. You've talked about it before, Virgil.
I have to read it. It's one of those books where I have it on my shelf and I keep saying to myself, I need to read that because people want me to read it. And then I reach for it, and then my hand swerves to the side, and I go, "Oh, look! It's another Corum. It's another Conan. Oh my gosh! I need to read that."
Vlad Taltos. Do you know who that is?
I do not. I don't know what you're talking about, Virgil.
Dude, that's spellbook earlier for Butler. No, not that one. Not that one. The one where you go in the corner and you drop your stuff, and then you exit and you come back, and it's duplicated itself. It's broken. It's 100% broken. But yeah,
are we just going to talk about Skyrim for the rest?
No, we're not going to talk about Skyrim. I'm coming together to play Skyrim with you. I finally got my kids to play Skyrim, or mainly my middle daughter.
That's awesome. You were telling me about that. That's awesome.
She's the sweetest, kindest, most sensitive girl you've ever met. Complete opposite of me. She's just an absolute angel. And playing Skyrim, she is a straight up fiend. Like, one of the first things she did was kill a chicken. I was like, no, don't do that. And then she got arrested, of course, thrown in jail. And then she's like, I'm going to sneak into this person's house at night, rob them blind, and then murder them while they sleep. And I was like, why? She's like, I don't know.
I don't know.
So she's a thief.
Because I can.
Stephen Bruce. Oh, I have a couple of Stephen Bruce novels.
Oh, Oh, yes. No, I know what you're talking about now. I have one of them somewhere. I can't remember which one.
No, Chris is getting flagged at the border for sure.
Most definitely. Sir, is this your burlap sack full of gummies?
Dune 2000. I've never read a Dune book either, but
I've made it halfway through the first book like several times. It's not that I don't like it. I just get distracted and I can't finish it.
I've thought about reading some of Frank Herbert's lesser known stuff because he has some sci-fi books that are just like standalones, which I'm like, I've never heard anybody talk about him before.
Exactly.
But maybe
he is one of those authors where it's like he put out that one book that's all anyone's ever going to know him for.
Yeah. Nobody's talking about the Green Brain.
No, exactly. I think I have Green Brain somewhere.
Really?
I think so.
A desert salt too dry for me.
Just a little. It's very spicy though. That was a joke.
Spicy. Oh, I missed it. Sorry, I was reading Jay's comment.
Never mind.
The Doors. Oh, okay. The Dorset. Oh, I think I have that one. I have a few of his. I'm not sure now.
Don't know.
Did you? But you do. But here's the problem, Chris. You do 14 videos a week. So how can we keep up? We can't. We don't all have your work ethic.
And then you have 2 channels at the same time.
Yeah, and his little secret channel, which is already bigger than yours and mine combined. I hate that guy.
Ooh.
Everybody unsubscribe to Liminal Spaces just to put him in his place.
Don't. We're kidding. We love Chris. We love him to death.
I only got Haribo gummies. Gummies are one of those things that, like, once you know that they're not food, technically, I'm like, I can't eat them.
Really?
Maybe it's because a friend of mine told me a story about this one time he bought like one of those like the 5-pound gummies, like the big stupid like novelty ones, and he ate half of it. And he said he was after that. He says, I'm not exaggerating. I was on the toilet for like 12 hours. I couldn't get off.
I can see that. I can see that though.
It just purged his system.
Ugh. I've watched videos of people like trying to eat them in one sitting, and it's not pretty.
You take that back. Celery rocks.
It's mostly water though.
But it has steroid. Well, so is watermelon. Like celery has a very. I love.
I'm not saying watermelon isn't. I'm just saying.
Here's the thing.
You can't compare celery and watermelon, Jake.
Yes, you can. They're both super juicy. Celery, actually, I've looked into growing my own celery. I know you don't care about this, but maybe the chat will care about this. I have a tiny little container garden out there now, but I used to have a really big garden that I loved. And I've looked into growing celery, and it is so... Shut up, Jeff!
Jeff popped back in only to hear you talk about food for the 1,000th time.
Jeez. Listen, they're a difficult crop to grow. They're very difficult. They're very finicky, which is crazy because you could buy like the entire thing for like 14 cents. That's it. Yeah.
Fascinating. So anyway.
Shut up. Oh, the Jesus incident. Okay. I've never heard of that. Very well. Coming along very low. We're getting very close to finishing the editing. I'm waiting on one more submission or one more not submission, but a rewrite, and then we should be good to go. Yeah. Very close. We'll let you as soon as we know, we will let you guys know. Yeah, it's a good mix in for everything. It's a staple of Louisiana food. It's the Holy Trinity. You got carrots, celery, and onion. The Holy Trinity of all Louisiana cooking starts there. Shut up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a holder for peanut butter.
Oh,
Rhubarb. I like rhubarb, but the leaves will kill you. Or so I've heard. I woke up in the hospital. No, there's no veggies. I don't know why we started talking about celery. Why are we talking about celery?
I don't know.
I am hungry. Oh, gummies. We went on gummies and talked about how
How it technically isn't food, and then yeah.
Nice. Heck yeah. Dude, my tomatoes are huge right now.
That's not a euphemism for anything, folks.
We know we're talking about Haribo gummies. The chat is not talking about Haribo gummies. Yeah.
We're
talking about
boys.
grown up.
This is a good Christian channel.
Yeah. When do we get a cover? Oh, we should have. Oh shoot! You know what? I would do it now, but I haven't messaged some of the artists that submitted things yet. I haven't responded yet to them. So
I was going to say, because we technically have the art.
We have the art. It just, I got to take that. I'm saying something that Samuel agrees with. So take that.
It's your channel.
Bringing it back around.
I like CJ Cherry. She's good. What was the story that she wrote for Amazon's that really wasn't impressive? What was that one about?
Is it the one where the kind of the homeless girl who was sneaking around, the little thieving lady?
No. Her story was the first one, and it was about the kid with the harp who runs into the woods, and there's the witch lady, and they kind of
hated that one.
That it was not good. Like, I wanted to like it, but it was not good.
Yeah, that was gross.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, Joe. You're right, Deb. You can't. 100%. I put celery in my, if I have it with me, I will put it in with my, like, if I'm making tacos, I'll put it in like the ground taco meat. But it has to be diced small. Don't shake your head like that. If I made you tacos, you would be like, oh, this is incredible. Does this have celery in it?
So guys, at Pulp Fest last year, the first thing we do after we pick up Jake from the airport is we go to a taco place. And literally the first thing he says when we get our food is, well, it's not bad, but I could make you some tacos back home.
Dude, those tacos were the most, they were not very good tacos. They were very basic. I was like, oh, McCormick, huh?
Whatever, man.
I'm going to have some, as soon as I get done here, I'm going to have some tacos. Yeah. Thank you.
You're the only one of us who would know, Chris. So I guess I have to trust you.
Cooked celery is different. Well, come on over, everybody. I'll cook you all some food. How about that?
I will say this much. Whatever sandwich that was you made in that one video, that looked really good.
It's just a basic deli sandwich.
I know, but you made it sound awesome. And I was like, oh, wow, that looks good. He would, though. He would.
Oh, yeah. Bring a hot plate to Pull Fest.
Oh, my gosh.
I can see the TSA pulling me over like, what is this? What are all these ingredients? I'm going to make tacos in Pennsylvania. Like, you idiot. Take him out and strip search him. Oh, yeah. It was a crab sandwich.
Yeah, eventually it was. You're right.
Can't make jambalaya without celery. Sorry. Impending hotel fire.
That would be hilarious though. Like everyone's just hanging out in the lobby after the dealer's room, and you just whip out a hot plate and start cooking tacos.
Eating nothing but tacos. Absolutely, the tacos down here are really good.
I need to go next year. I think I made John and Bobby D disappointed that I wasn't going to be there this year. Because they asked me, I was like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, they asked me too, and I had too much stuff going on. That's a good question, and I don't, probably because you've said it 19 times on live streams that all you do is eat Vienna sausages, and I think that's the secret to your silky hair. It can't be any. What else could it be?
I don't know. He's told us that he doesn't use conditioner.
Yeah, he's lying. Yeah, right. I think in some of those dealers, that's definitely the case.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, when's the last time you had a good lobster roll? Oh
I don't think I've ever had a lobster roll.
Oh, they're so good. You're just eating a sandwich of butter. They're so good. Oh, so maybe maybe he's holding out on us. Maybe he can cook. Maybe he's just putting on airs and pretending like he's not good at everything, which is probably the case.
Yeah, he would.
Weird recipes. Let's do it.
I will not be contributing to that book, unfortunately.
I will contribute. I'll write the whole thing.
The whole darn thing.
He uses conditioner. Stop
You
spreading
told us
internet
you
lies.
didn't.
Stop spreading this internet misinformation, Tim. On the last live cooking show. We should do a live cooking show. That would be fun. We would set this up, but we'd be in our kitchens. Oh, that'd be so great. I'm starving right now.
But what does it have to do with books?
We could
what? What can we do? Oh, I know. We could use
user
we could use the Great Red Wall Cookbook.
You're such a dork.
We could make Harvest Berry Sunset Pud.
Harvest Berry Sunset. Hey, Tim, you are missing nothing. We are spiraling talking about doing a live cooking show.
Lomhead's Legacy Nut Bread.
Nut bread?
Or Dibbin's Delights.
Oh, yeah. He probably already has another secret channel called Liminal Recipes.
Liminal Recipes. Yeah, probably.
Everything is just smoothies because it's in between.
It's in between.
It's in the spaces in between food and drink. It's just smoothies and milkshakes. Yeah, right. Food Network, here we come.
That was a good one. I'll give you that.
It's just sweet rolls. It's just all sweet rolls.
Oh,
okay. This is working. This is good, Richard.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's in between.
Oh. Quenchies? Did you mean to say what? Keith is having a stroke. Towser's having a stroke.
Gosh, go lay down, Keith.
Yeah, hold on. We got the Necronomicon nom. That's good.
I'm sure there is.
Smoothies, milkshakes, and gummies. Oh, nice. Oh, let's do it. We're doing it. Oh, that sounds great. Don't be hating on shrimp and hoot root soup and that Abby.
I would never hate on shrimp and hot root soup. That's the otter's favorite food.
Top 10 recipes from genre fiction.
I type gooder. I type gooder than you.
A weird pudding that's actually bread. Oh, that bread pudding that
it's something British, so it's got to be a bread pudding.
It's just cake. Oh, I haven't stopped thinking about those burrito tacos from El Taco HA.
Oh my gosh.
Jay and I are having tacos at El Taco HA in August.
Well, good for you, man.
Eldritch egg rolls. That's right. I don't know. I've never had a stroke. That I know of.
Oh man.
I got the Hannibal Lecter's cookbook.
It's getting dark. I don't
It's
like
getting
it. It's getting
dark. Hey, Tim, question. Want to
Okay.
hype some of your videos, but you don't seem to have your channel set for it.
Do I not? I thought I did. I might have to, because I know isn't the hype option reserved for like channels with a certain number of subs?
Yeah, but it's like 500, I think. Or
So
maybe it's
you
1,000.
should be able to then. I don't know. Maybe I have to turn something on that I'm not
I
familiar
didn't
with.
turn anything on for the hype feature. Are you using it on your mobile device, Jeff? Because you can't hype on PC or computer. It has to be just on the mobile.
Yeah, it has to be on your phone.
White bread. Yeah, time to overshare. When I was a kid, my mom would make me not look at the egg roll I ate in fair vegetables to scare me off. Oh, that's true. I've done that with my kids. I tell them, like, because we had a Thai food recently, and I'm like, they're looking at all these colors. They're like, I don't know, what are all these colors? It's like, listen, just don't look at it. Just take a bite. They all taste like chicken, which is a lie.
But everything tastes like chicken.
But then they ate them and like, this is really good. It's like, I know. Egg rolls are some of the best parts of life.
Some of the best parts of life.
Somebody needs to turn Tim on, it seems. Virgil?
No,
Virgil?
we're not going there. We're not going there. Remember, this is a nice, safe Christian stream. I don't know what to say. I thought it.
It's
Hold
weird.
on. Let me check something.
Because it doesn't have anything to do with monetization, does it?
I don't believe so. It shouldn't.
Chris has a hype picture, yeah. Oh, look here. Chris is saying the same thing. He can't hype your videos. Oh, that sounds great. Spicy dry ribs. Oh my gosh, my mouth is stop it, you guys. My mouth is literally watering. Dude, I'm such a fatso because I don't have a single Rolling Shorties that doesn't devolve into just talking about food, books and food. Oh, you have to be monetized.
Really?
I'm sure that's why. Okay. That's why. Because Tim, for some reason, is not monetized. He's letting YouTube just keep all the ad money. That's nice of you.
There's not ads on my videos.
Yes, there is.
Oh.
Ooh, I love Korean food. Yeah. You have to be in the partner program. Yep.
Huh. Okay. Well, good thing I haven't asked you guys to hype my videos yet.
That's true. But we want to hype you. We have so much hype for you.
I know.
Yeah, Tim. Mr. Google is eating dinner on you.
Oh.
Mom's fondue. No. You can't drop that one like 10 minutes later and it's just fonduation.
Keith, you're running low. Oh my gosh. With the bulgogi.
It's the best.
Whatever.
I'm making some tomorrow. Yeah, that's true. That makes sense.
I guess it does, yeah.
Yeah, let us help those mouse books. We want to help them hype the mouse and badgers.
No one cares about the mice and badgers except me.
Yeah, I'm really hungry. I'm definitely gonna. I hype too many conspiracy theories. No, they're only conspiracy theory videos for now. They'll come true here in a minute.
Yep, it's only conspiracy till it's proven right.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. I didn't know that.
Wow.
The Redwall videos are what brought Brittleby, Spinebreaker Books to the party. Look at that.
See, they did something.
They did something.
My eye is going crazy right now. What is going on? Oh.
Would it help you if I went back and liked every your videos I watched? I don't know. Probably not. It's usually in the last, when a video first drops, that's when YouTube will promote it and really make it drop. I mean, you can if you want to, but I don't think it'll do anything. When something, it's like that first. Oh, we lost Tim.
No, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here.
It's like that first few hours is when those things really matter. When they're like, okay, we'll push. This is a video we can push. You start driving. No, you get. That's right. But I'm not making it not homemade this time. I don't have that kind of time. I'm doing it from a jar. Oh, Bip and Bob. Heck yeah. Tim, what you reading to get rid of the taste of Space Olympics?
Oh my gosh.
I haven't either.
I might have to get to another Redwall because it's been a while since I read the last one. I just reviewed the last one, but I read it like a month and a half ago. Either that or I might actually tackle the Black Company next.
No.
I tried to read I've been trying to take Brian from Bad Taste Books advice and read more obscure fantasy stuff. But the last obscure fantasy book that I read was The Misenchanted Sword by Lawrence Watt Evans, and I DNF'd it because it was the most boring thing I've ever read. So I'm going to stick to a little bit more mainstream fantasy before I dip back into the lesser known stuff.
You don't want to dip into because I only read the lesser known stuff, and it's rough sometimes.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, Gavin. I appreciate that. Hey, Max, how's it going? We are spiraling the drain, my friend.
Seriously.
You can always read some Pat Thorpe.
So, Virgil, Tad Williams was another author. I was like, you know what? I'll probably never get around to reading all their books, but I'll keep that option open. And then you told me the other day, you're like, just don't read them. I'm like, okay, cool. Gonna X that off the list.
Richard has read The Black Company. One of the
really?
Richard doesn't even like fantasy.
I know. What the heck?
Maybe somebody
what possessed you to read that?
I want to read it. Okay, buddy read. Thanks for setting up your guys' buddy read on my channel. Do this on your own time. Many
buddy reads I'm planning. I'm planning them with Brian. I'm planning them with, oh gosh, planning one with Paul from Check Your Shelf. This is getting ridiculous.
I'm reading some Vance, baby.
I want to read more Vance, but I need to get The Dying Earth.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Nice. So before it's actually on Friday. I goofed up. It's not on Jeff.
Yeah.
So you'll warm up. You're not warming up. You're the main act on Saturday.
Yeah.
So Saturday, yeah. Ah, that is true.
He does. He absolutely loves that series to death.
Did you watch the Redwall cartoon?
Oh, of course. Yeah, that was how I found it as a kid. I was like, I remember watching it on PBS and being like, this is very violent for a kid's show about little mice. And I was like, oh, wait, it's a book series. Because after the credits for every episode, Brian Jakes would actually be on screen and like talk about parts of the book. And so I was like, oh, man, I need to read those. And so I went to the library, found them, and fell in love with those books.
That's true, Samuel. The bottom of the drain catches the gold.
It does, but with the last time I went for the bottom,
well, it also collects a bunch of like
detritus.
Exactly, a bunch of junk. But that is true. You tell me when, Tim.
You got it, man.
Oh, Chris tripped and fell on his keyboard.
That's true, though.
And he hit his life alert.
Chris is falling and he can't get up. But no, so for those who don't know, after Chris and Virgil and I finish the Lord of the Rings read along, we are going to be doing Fafhrd and Grey Mouser, which I'm super excited about. Yes, because there's got to be stuff that I want to read by myself occasionally, Jay.
No
one's going to read Redwall with me.
That is true. You got that. Well, there's a few channels that do.
There's a few channels that might, but for the most part, I think I'm alone.
Tad Williams. Walter
I've heard
does not
good.
like ad monetization. Yeah. The problem is it's not consistent, but there are so many channels that do that are not monetized that do play ads, a ton of ads, which just sucks. So I get the point, and I do like that concept as well. But I also like making these videos and uploading videos is a lot of work, and so I fully support everybody who's like get some. And none of us are getting rich doing this for sure. None of us are paying a bill doing this, but it's like fund your book habit. 100% go for it. That'd be great. Okay.
I love the concept of that book. So for the chat and for you, Jake, I guess, not that you care. The book is about this scout in like this war between these two empires. And during an outing, like a scouting mission, he gets lost in the wilderness and runs across this wizard's hut. And the enemy follows him to the wizard's hut, burns it to the ground. And in order to get rid of him, the wizard's like, just here, give me your sword. I'll put a bunch of enchantments on it. Send it on your way. And he finds out that the sword, every time he draws it from its sheath, it will kill someone. Like he can't keep it from killing someone. And so it's a cool concept. And eventually it's revealed that after he draws the sword 100 times, it will turn on him and kill him and then get passed on to whoever finds it next.
Yeah.
So it's a cool concept, but it's just so slow and drawn out. And they go into the details of all the magic, and it's like,
Yeah.
I can't take it when you have to explain how magic works. I hate that.
Mm-hmm. Fund my book habit. These channels have cost me a fortune. That's very true. That's very true.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yep. All right. Back to work with you, Jeff.
Have a good one, man. I want to read Book of Swords because I've heard a lot of good things about those, and I have like the first 3 at this point. So I need to give Fred Saberhagen another try. I tried reading his first Dracula book, and it sucked, so I DNF'd it. So yeah, I need to give him another shot. So I'll try Book of Swords at some point.
Chris doesn't put middle ads in until after 600 people have watched. That is true. And that's a good. I like that because then it gives people incentive to watch your videos first. Honestly, for me, I don't mind the ads because most are skippable. Just because I know I like watching. I like the fact that the people I'm watching are getting some thanks, practical thanks. Yeah, I think it's worth it. I wish 600 people watch. Look at Chris over here flexing on us.
I know.
Oh yeah, we've got a hurt puppy.
Oh,
sorry to hear that, Joe. That sucks. Yeah,
get better, Papa.
Right as you said that, my blind dog came in here and bonked his head on my chair and immediately went back out in the opposite direction. Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
But yeah, a lot of people do also have they go ad free, or they get the YouTube Premium, which is good. That's kind of what I say. I'm like, I know it's ridiculous.
Gosh.
All right, hey, should we shut this thing down, Tim?
We've rambled on long enough, I think.
Your final thoughts on what did we even read?
The Dark King by CJ Cherry.
The Dark King by CJ Cherry.
It was a very good story. Very short, a lot of run-on sentences, but she did a good job. It had that cool mythical quality to it.
Yeah.
Great prose. Yeah.
I like how it read. It's the perfect size because it was short. If it was any longer, it would have burnt. I think it would have fell flat.
It would have dragged on too long, yeah.
Perfect. It was great.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, everybody. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Tim, for joining me.
Of course.
Thank you for hosting the first half of the show while I was
Anytime.
I thought to myself, is he that good a friend that if I don't come back on, he'll just run the entire episode for me?
I was prepared for it. I'm like, oh man, I don't know if his internet's coming back, so I might just be stuck here. But
that'd have been great if you ended up doing the whole thing. Oh my gosh, that'd have been the best video ever.
Oh my
I would have given you all the super chat money for that one for sure.
Nice. All the people are logging onto the video for the first. Man, Jake's really young and hairy in this one.
Boy, Jake's looking good. All right. Yeah, as usual, the chat is off the hook. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for commenting in the chat. You guys are hilarious, and that is one of the highlights of my week doing this, just to hang out. Good story or bad story, it's a good time. So, yeah, thanks a lot, everybody. Yeah, if you guys have, and I assume you all have, but if you haven't subscribed to Secret Fire Books channel, he's not monetized, so you can probably watch all his stuff without looking at a bunch of ads.
It's true.
But it's awesome. Yeah, Eebs on Friday.
Yeah.
My channel, I don't know what time, 6:30, 7:30, 9:30, something like that. It says on the channel.
Yeah, they'll see it on the thing.
But yeah, it's gonna be a great time. We're out. Thanks, everybody. It's been a blast. And end stream.